it is the biggest club game. Oh, we are saying, and say, I think it's a rich. Even in the modern world, this still remains the football game. Still, a political undertones. And that has made the El Clasico survive its rivalry till today. Rich, see a boy El Clasico with Spain. It is not just a football match. A political game. The Catalans against Madrid. Independence against Mobwa. The administrative structure of Spain is ruled by Real Madrid, but never accepted by the Catalans. And it's a El Clasico Baswa. It goes beyond football. It is emancipation for the Catalans as a game. Now, because of those undertones, you know, I think say Javier Tebas in marketing contest should thank Lamine Yamal, Rich. He should thank him. Rich, Lamine Yamal have some El Clasico Jano.
Yeah.
Who is the interview? Is and you're not saying, oh, yeah, but I my posty.
Oh, yeah, check.
So is the right time to post it. Now they will be saying,
to provoke.
I media for them, say, I'm quasi for. And time saying, how they buy a messenger. Now, in some way, out of in some of our Cacanina, the partner, I'm a Clasico, who do spaces here. First of all, it's a journey to Busana say, Money Madrid say, Bobby Mo. I don't say, but say, a difficult game. Last season, anybody boy in the show money. And according to him, next the 20% is it going to be a difficult game? I say not difficult for Barca. The last time I played over there, a show 4. Now, and come on, see what? What do you ever see when you're in a down?
I don't fetch me. You problem kakra internet in the born in it.
Okay.
Auntie, na you need life.
Oh, okay.
Say, William Saki can your mabu mama. Yaba live. Yaba one more first one.
Okay. Oh.
I won't even share first stream nibium. Is a stream second one.
Okay.
I will the same in Shat TV. I will YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's a pump chom fan chain. Yeah, boapayo. Aha. Internet in the born in the bus.
No problem.
Back in 2 minutes, join your live. Our YouTube in Shat TV.
No problem.
YouTube in Shat TV. Never message no. I can't even call.
Rich, it is a fact. Say, last season, Barca dominated Real Madrid. Lamine Yamal and Kasamu, Eko share go or honey ade. Inti Ojan is someone that could have been pardoned. But Rich, the Massa Air report to say, aha Real Madrid for the power is this statement. They always get the calls. They always complain. Rich. Lamine Yamal say, "I see a bobo referee for nsem ja omo ye nyina no. Me I come Madrid for no. They be omo no mo complaining. Ye yakwa ni akobo ye game ni adane ye ni abaye baby." Rich. According to Massa, omo say Madrid players you know, edwin say on. Yes, a who obomu. Ubetimi a donuma ya YSM. But there's a professional code. You need to respect in that zone. Rich, even Yajuma years and some trouble. May I show some obiat in the radio station or you say omo no the best.
Sure.
But Rich, you will never get in some journey or your interview or journey so mama can omo nobody. Yes, nobody will do that.
And the others are not overboard.
Exactly, and so that is the professional code. No matter what, you need to give some kind of respect, and it must be healthy within at the end of the way. And according to Massa, Madrid players need to be Jean say, yes, Lamine Yamal also. Obeti ye janenuma broso, but baby all kono. I say as I feel whatrasu breaking even the professional code. which is not good. But Rich, sounds same way in psychology, we call it reinforcement. It can ginger you beat Barcelona and tell Nhyira Bernabeu to shut up. Beat them. Mushiya. And my woman enjoying progressing one them. Munko judge on him. No one can tell you. Next time, one can do.
When your complaints get you better be shout.
Fantastic. Rich. Sefofia and Twata. Numbers are Sako Bernabeu Bium. No, always I was saying Real Madrid. Nhyira will stand in front of them and say, "Some guys can go for I think say Ochina, their performance and the results will vindicate these statements. Sa court down bobo na you know. Do your best for your team and let's revisit these situations in the me say mo me touch me say internet no so affect me touching so there. Emba into mun check it and for me. Rich, we zoom straight into the game. And whilst Barcelona ever injury situations, you know, Madrid, nice one. Madrid were happy to post pictures of a lot of former players on our back. Carvajal back, Trent back, Dean House in our back. A lot of former injured players on back. And Rich, when they are back like that, it gives Xabi Alonso options to decide how he wants to approach the game. For team friend Barcelona there, people thought say that on betting IABB. But Rich, the first thing Barcelona educate game way is what I've already mentioned. Hansi Flick about 4 games in the El Clasico. Rich, no defeats. Was 16 goals for Club friend Barca. And again, this morning, Marcel report to say Hansi Flick, I can't change the players, you know, and all the tactical sessions, you know, is to attack Real Madrid beam. Let's go at them. Ya bro mukro, omubu of fear. They want to come at us and beat us. That is where our strength lies. Madrid omumi and the show. And that is what Hansi Flick is telling the players. Omumi. And your boys now they will come. Then no matter what be. And look, it is more of sometimes psychological Rich. First go to Tom say Kim. Baby I don't say a Tom Real Madrid. They will say I never see him. A Tom Barcelona, they say Yanko phony beam. And Madrid will also go back and say go for me say beam. It's the psychological
football and psyche.
Yes, everything
very important.
Everything in this game. And Rich, Rafinha when you set back with an injury, you know. So we zoom straight onto the tactical board and see how things will go. Obia predict to say, even though Trent and Carvajal are back now, this is too much of a big game to throw them in. Until Area Federico Valverde will still keep the right back now, which I think Nancy will be here. Dinhausen then comes in because Rich Asensio, you know, and foul. Until whenever Dinhausen and I say Rudiger, Mbappe, no, they will come and partner Adam Militao, who is a constant man. And he said Dinhausen there, he will play. I've been very, very impressed with Carras.
Bobo.
Yeah. I've been very, very impressed with Timo Baye, you know. He has done very, very well. With Chomani, Adam Goulet, Jude Bellingham in the middle. Mastantuono and rest ahead of the El Clasico. So he slots in on the right. Vinicius on the left. Kylian Mbappe. And Real Madrid will come again in a 4-3-3 like Senyamidi Achono. Now, all the pro-Catalan papers I report to say Barcelona answered any headache except between Kunde and Eric Garcia, one about right back. And they think say Eric Garcia this season have more games, I am more active than Abante for the Juice Kunde. So that is the only place Hansi Flick will have to decide. Who you know feel what they are, but the place they are available, no? Rich, this is the best lineup you will get. And Chesney, Garcia, Bade, Kubasi, Araujo. Then Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Fermin Lopez in number 10, Lamine Yamal, Rashford, Ferran Torres. Until you put Barcelona so any 4-3-3 no here. Now, Rich, this is where you start to play the game. Me say when if you say Mujiri say Real Madrid will balance change Barca.
Sure.
I disagree. Yes. Rich. Barca is coming into this game with the same midfield or the shape Madrid last season is So in terms of say you're familiar with this fixture. And you're more assured. Barca know what it takes. Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Fermin Lopez, 6, 8, 10. Easy. This season, I feel as Xabi Alonso Abba or try 1 DM in Chomani. Ada Goulet as the number 8, Jude Bellingham as the number 10. They are now trying. Yes, results in a positive. But Rich, you won't even come because they've not even played accumulated 10 games. And in the engine room, it is very, very competitive. But I think, sir, Barca are familiar with how they play each other than team in front of Real Madrid. Number 2, look, this season, form now Ada Goulet woman. It is very, very good. But Rich, as a number 8, defensively, he's not too much aware. And to imagine, say, game na Real Madrid will get their moment, Barca will get their moment. Rich, Barca caught a spell of bare 10 minutes. Not Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Monet, Fermin Lopez, Monet, Lamine Yamal, Monet, Rashford, dominating, passing the ball around and trying to find space. Why never boy Chomani to defend? Unless unless Jude Bellingham will have to drop deep. And what I'm saying, say, Freddy Valverde, because we are natural 8, Rich, your instinct will kick you in and say, let me go and help. Rich, you don't go and help and leave Rashford there from a right back position, Unless you are China. Xabi Alonso will say, look, Mumbai and Chekra will still play you. It's Dani Carvajal, the ball 2. I will want Valverde as my number 8 in the midfield against Barcelona because of the work ethics. Anyhow, experience our year. It's remember Valverde number 8. I will catch your money. Then I will play Abante friend Ada Goulet and bench Jude Bellingham.
Okay.
Because this season, predominantly Jude Bellingham, what bench? But which Jude here fit our buy. He is playing well, and in the game against Juventus, he got the only goal. And how do you do that? Me, Xabi Alonso. This is how I would have played. Rich, I will play Carvajal number 2. I will play Carvajal.
Okay.
I will bring Valverde with your money, and I will play Jude as my number 10. But I will bench Masantuano and play Ada Goulet, so that Ada Goulet can come inside in a double number 10 with Jude Bellingham and do the creation from there. We've seen players do that. Eden Hazard was the main playmaker for Chelsea, but he was playing on the wings. Lamine Yamal does that from the wings for Barcelona today. So even if it's Rafinha, he does that from the wings for Team Friend Barcelona. And Xabi Alonso there, that would have been the way I would play. The only problem will be say, but Barcelona team no. Say omu progress here. Say washa, omu left back in bad no. Onu pan what free no. Say me ko bo Ada Goulet on the side. Now obo as an inverted number 10. As a creator doesn't it afford Abantia a friend bad the opportunity to come too much and But you see, the reverse analysis and they say, bad day baby brain on your uchin mutai obebano. What it means is that Madrid most creative player is behind him. It is a Madrid or Bana Madrid move a Jibon who has Kima. They play a quick pass to Adam Goulet from this position. He is the best creator. And so of finding Vinicius money, Jude Bellingham, any Kylian Mbappe, Barcelona will have a certain problem to deal with. And see, I risk football. You need to play that way, not what me and your reward no at the Efremo. Rich. Sir Obo Dinhausen, any Adam Militawa. Now, sir, almost striker to deal with Ferrana. It is good for Barca because that is not someone you can go physical with. He's full of movement. And I've seen Real Madrid deal with movement power mobre. Real Madrid almost as striker ability. Striker de bia on the oninamu. No per born or channels oninamu or per board or mumpekra. So Ferran will be good for Barcelona and he will be rotating with Rashford. Oba left hook akra. Not Rashford ako as center forward. And don't be a Ubahunu, Sir Rashford up at the position. Now Ferran Echo as the center forward. Now, Rich, you and I say we have been impressed with Carras, Meboa. Is he, does he have the capacity to stop Lamine Yamal?
Me coach, me coach game Lamine Yamal no. Diana Beno. Lamine Yamal.
What me anyway?
Now Wendy.
Because in recent history, Felon Mendy and to me, Frank Garcia and to me,
About you, Chong.
And you bet to me. Carras, over to me.
On scale Lamine Yamal.
Then Madrid will have a problem. Rich, then they will have a problem. Because Sir Omar Lamine Yamal who bought so for Barca. Rich, until 90 minutes, Abra on critique as many as 5 problems for you in the game.
Yeah.
Until Yabra Hawa, Sabaton also so Ebesiako. Now to finish it off, let's talk about Vinicius and Mbappe against this Barcelona team. Last season, sure Barcelona share Real Madrid in Yinano. And Chesena those 2 players from Munyadio, but which they didn't know how to break the high line of Barca. Xabi Alonso have a steady clips. Now I share other coaches do that against Barcelona. Rich, don't you think say Omo formula now? This is the time to exploit it. How do they do it? Look, Maka, Vinicius, Mbappe. Apart from the minimum yenina, Omo pace. Why do they want to run for the ball when they can run after the ball?
You there to defend na.
Enko. You don't go. Yamo born in you.
We are now worried.
Then you only need me.
Oh, sweet Jeno.
Mbappe is faster than Kubasi. Yeah. He is faster than Araujo now. Vinicius same. And the minimum data Real Madrid players say I will prepare say adrenaline no. They always want to run. I said and Barcelona were very good last season with Omo highlight. No. Rich is going to be a very, very chaos air clasico. Very, very chaos.
Okay.
I agree with Nipakoro the message in the bar, you know. Say the best prediction, especially for Omo Mucha bets, are both teams to score. That is the best in this game. Because Rich, the Amimi Jidini, Yakwa very, very chaos air clasico where both teams will score. But who will outscore who to win the game is what you're able to TV
on Monday.
Why the best Yonko Bebre action Yonko is what we will want to watch. Rich, Mammy, you crowd with winning in the next 3-4 minutes. Because, okay, Mammy Casa same way at this point. Omo person mutual bet this weekend. No. Rich, so we have fixtures now. I think it's a majority of the big teams will win. And so unya kukodu weekend we are, you will win high. For instance, Chelsea against Sunderland, Chelsea will win. but you be only akuma or the tablets.
Maybe a double chance.
No, I think all to so. But this weekend, say udi bet na udi Nhyira, Rich. Peja risking. Senior you don't need a lot of games to get high odds. Pick the games that are familiar to you. I will name teams now. Now I'm trying to say they will win. Now look, meaning why Chelsea will not beat Sunderland, because Rich, we are in October. Next week, by the end of next week, November. Rich, the curve of the league, as soon as you know. And coach behind him say we are very, very good at playing the league. Rich, this is the time you find your consistency. We need back at the then you are not a contender. I think Chelsea, after dropping a lot of players for Omo Champions League game, will have the luxury to bring in João Pedro, Neto, Monet, Omo Makano back into the team. Now my team as I do for Sunderland, and there will be too much for this Sunderland team to hold. Yes, meaning sometimes they can be stubborn, but I think Chelsea will beat Timber. Yeah, for the Sunderland Rich, me know where I drink. Who say Nkofo Bebre and Manchester United chance for game win, and it is understandable. The last 7 games,
Nkofo no boy style.
Back up na man you ashe.
Boy
style. Ya can be our man you. But Rich, last time we see since Amorim by after the Manchester winning 2 games on the trot in the English Premier League. Rich, game when I'm about against Brighton one. Say na mimi huno. Man you will not lose that game way.
I don't want to see.
Brighton is stubborn. But Man U should guard against the anticlimax this time around. Their worst should be a draw for me. That is how I see this game. Liverpool better Brentford for now.
Okay.
The only problem Liverpool will have to deal with, NSA, they had their reaction against Eintracht Frankfurt after the game. And here by the Salah on social media, I could delete in Liverpool no man on the bio. So there is a problem. But he is going to play today because he had to say Isaac and a groin injury. I'm wide doubtful. So we will see Salah, Viet in number 10, Iketike as a striker with Gapo. Rich, meaning say I'm confiding himself Brentford is stubborn. But Rich, Liverpool will find their consistency and beat them. Arsenal and the Crystal Palace. Now Arsenal to Crystal Palace pa until Nancy Oliver Glasner by here what turning the face. It would say the last game on boy about 2-2. Crystal Palace Arsenal. But Rich, Arsenal team mid this season. Adia bako muye huye how to pick wins from these kind of games. And see, the best way is to play the game tight. When we get 1 goal, and the crowd should be good enough for us to win the game. And I think that the better Crystal Palace can cancel through Europe, no, Rich. And even this time around, they are coming out of Europe by losing to Lanaka, Eofie, and that is not good for them. They will fight, but I trust this Arsenal team. Say, or met me any win, no, or the Emirates. Villa and City game, no, Rich. Villa this season. I almost see one team almost to me. Oh, Man City pa. But Villa this time around. But when we say one way you may get them wrong, go on last 5 games, we need 4.
Okay. And
lose only 1, which is the last game on boy. Europe. I will go for over 1.5 in this game.
I agree with you.
Yes, and it will be same.
These are games.
Yes.
Aston Villa, Man
City. So I'll go for an over 1.5 game, and I think it will be same with Bournemouth, sorry, and it Nottingham Forest. So say some dark by we're the first win, but I wait to Arela is the real test, and I think say Bournemouth 18 a year to get at least a double chance in the game against Nottingham Forest. But I'm expecting goals say ABPM. It's the same for Everton. Any team I find the Tottenham Hotspur game, you know, our Hill Dickinson Stadium, you know, I think it's another over 1.5 game, and so ABPM APM or rich. That is how I may wrap it up with me analysis. You know, I'm for code no, and to that before I do code no crab no. Mr. Rasa, who follow me on X, na who follow me on Facebook. Uben say anope ma post code numpo ededa nti for omo follow me on hono. This are the codes next Saturday. Yeah, they echo sikafie na yakope bi edi nti obetimi afa na onsusu ode atwa bi betway codes send de bia ye no 4 nti obetimi pay attention. You either follow it as I am mentioning it on radio and I say oh share your Nhyira TV na watimi atake screenshot and I say call me X osu bempa ayala and I say akwasi_ayala ewo X and I say Facebook so a onsa ebetimi aka first one no BW1B92 F0AA. Second one no BW1B9 3FF30. Then the next one no BW1B9 43698. And the last one no BW1B 946B82. We're simple. And the games and don't super brave, but we've taken the advice of the high risk, you know, on all the major games now. Yeah, Boninti 4 betway course. I go see _Ayala or Twitter. Besma course we Ayala or Facebook. Then Ayala Sports or Facebook. Kubako Nani or Enchebia so in Shire FM your page in Ankasa will be posting the course, you know, in our honor with me up from the next Saturday. Inti Enchebina Enjebin share when we can Yemfa and Chile and some will fear. Some will fear.
Some will
Aye.
Some will fear. Papa.
Kotoko against the hype team.
Nah. Team I hype. We show 6. So now also a hype. Okay. And you be na you be di Kotoko and Komono. Na Ayala. Even anope mako Kotoko. Platforms how do so my supporters need there so my the official Kotoko channels in Twitter Facebook no many are there cooking abra omode abet amwa story no beto hono and Ayala I'm telling you so cooking kai a message ni bia Ayala se good but whatever this sound common no etefo oh, say campus a dig game no community. Oh, okay. Nanke de abetamo de na babeka. And fans no fans no ayi na say Yakobo game. Ama ya share ya man che say enakura de na grantimi anabi. Asib nanke eno nya enough. Yankoti a your best striker. See currently your best striker. You go come poku apra. Ah, do no na e di ni gigi ani enim so no na e adwuma de mai. Yakobo game we and benufo say aton. No how? Like how? Is it the tune more no. Enti pese di game no nkomo ni wie bia. Anwe game no nkomo no. Na iwia yemedi abetamo a ono nso join our join Ahila. Sorry, Al Ali amu awo Libya no. Yeni san nkomo no enso emfa entom so enti no game no kon wie no. Na Kotoko age 5. Amomate kan baako sambo ne fifi mre fifi betrase na
say fifi ogide kakra bi
oh say no fifi yes eh am gbamu zaza fifi onya so nya Kotoko ya nya Kotoko ina za wode kasa yi eno so ase bibi en say bia Kotoko betu puchi game no e dia ko to the extra penalty na nkofo no be yu omo but ni nyina mu no 5-1 ana me de man Kotoko Samba ne ana share go no e de man kuma asase no in fact at a point na 1-1 ansana wakofo no e de the other four no be kan 1-5 I say okay kind the first league no e be ma 6 goals to 1 and na omo e de amakuma say Asante Koro. Now Ayala, this is my question. Osha score line na Kotoko nya di ti awak. Na Osha the score line Kabili for the ma ye nuanum go stars na as esosododo. And can samba ko pena di a chen. Ebia ye ne West African teams ni di ebetimi no mabo. But no for the MC no mo gabne sododo. Because omo shaya omo de to your proper position. Omo mienu say ye love one e wono. Omo traw kra 5-1 solid. Gabno sododo. Who ana e de bibia bi. Concept Kotoko players they know how ma. Na popo omo ye ditri. Ball crash so pass ya. Am popo ntino pass ya che. Goalkeeper ball betimi a che no. Na ball nam nsase. Eye atmosphere na like supported because I know or said by no penalty taste avudugu. Also work for no. Udum so take dia fupa omu eye €25.
But last time me catch you.
Yeah. €25.
The amount is almost last say the bagger schema was 1.7. Me catch you.
€25 still stadium na ma.
Me catch you.
So pubi I don't know. Dia
emo game na.
Emo game na.
Eno am share game no. Se man hwe bia ena eya na make kasa me ntimi kasa yie. But eno anyame adom. There was a page called Sports Maroc. Omu streaming game no live 90 minutes. Quality coverage in Nhyira. Menya akonya e share game ni bi. Now Rich, first of all, say uko game na unya results be say psychologically no our first reaction is to be in a state of denial. And Tiswasha, if you see a ball game in the way, some Kotoko officials and some journalists are still clenching on omu believe say abone we na say gabno enso gabno so papa.
Oh, we are sure this was in the gab.
What say we be holding on to sir at the end. Psychologically what you are going through is still you are being in a state of denial. Say Mkofono are far better than you. Rich, football. Say a bobo park as well. Once a year 11-11. Na two teams in ya Eddie Nipa omuna ye mienu. Omunsa ye mienu, omuti ye baako na babe bono. Rich, you do not expect big gidi to happen in the game. The difference ayo the bia Mikel Arteta can say what happened in the two boxes. That is the difference in football games. Enunti se o say Kotoko ne work na o share na nura no. Gab ne nso a throughout the 90 minutes you took the ball to work for penalty box in him. They also had the ball in the also box in him. Your point, you know, was all 5. What's your 1? What's the difference in so? Sena Kotoko the ball you do work for the box in him. Rich, at the end of the day is so familiar. And you know, mention being G3 no. And o composer for our last pass. Abutira ubenya to take the right decisions in the crucial moment of play, which say unia. You that is the difference at that level. Difference no. Obianka sa untime mobo ni bio. Bonu betimi abo. But on the way se bonu do final third wa. Se Aziz Kimu enya jibo na so sa abutire bi na
jibo atani se so cross or cross it
so cut it back on it Aziz ki go no say when bonu ko duru 10-10 wa no Kotoko defenders ni obia were pushing to cover the first post sad difference no with Aziski and he say over the intelligent to say so oh boy the way we play any ball he will cut it back it will me na anko na me metia ba machi eh dey abon ba betumo baby am jana na ma bat mu boko. Those are the differences. And it's often say eh kitwa bia rich enya kitwa bi. Look, you ball first half new year. What do I started from? You started game no. You started game no. Rich, you are more 1 minute oh.
First goal.
And when you first goal. How significant in a yes say now I can the first goal. Because they knew say Kotoko bano mama hono. Omo planning is to stretch the game. And it's omunya first goal in temwa. Aba say even Kotoko game planning Rich, almost say first goal. And then nyame ya adom. Kotoko the corner. O 2 yana. Samba wona ebe head ball on say 1-1. At that 1-1 no. Omunim pefe say Kotoko go no maba be say no. And the confidence be bebo mumu.
So be more.
Oh Rich. And you take us me in football. You say time pa we are vulnerable to concede. Time I wash a goal no. And it's all here. Kotoko shared 1-1. Which they were becoming confident. And to go now, Aziz Kishe 2-1. So share. Aziz Dari. And all possible. Ediama Ansua. Now we BM all right ho.
I mean man to goalkeeper na say. Yama back pass. So Oshana pass now they come out branch no. Because I mean we are under pressure. Time I know the ball man or under pressure. Behind all pressure no. But to today, and I put to baby cry.
No, but Rich, you see,
you put no under pressure, no one has had the pass.
You see, it is the quality of work press, no. Any how poor, any poor answer, and young fan control ball, no, and a critical chance. It is never the pass from Aziz. Sanka Ansu, our Kokodro, any the calmness, and our control ball now. Rich, I am telling you, even with the press, and by the time I plan to do and go back pass it. But, Rich, baby, original. Parking say, Omni Sua Tasso. It's Yabo pass in the Mawa. Bonnie tree, assassin, so I'm not a true, not Bonnie pa. And it's a Unsa Kodro Bre, the friend of football composer now. Rich, you can't even control the ball on the pitch. Into him, Kotoko can no more confidence. No, and go so Trimudena or be mistake. Then they pounce on the Kotoko mistake. By the time I'm half time, no more make us or massa take it back or we lead. And you call half time. Now, Rich, you're back second half. Kotoko started again. Wow. Oh, you're per se tiaka, pinche. Now, Rich, Omuchayama Kotoko dominate your moves or Kotoko can score. Maminka Bibin show. Rich, did you see the changes at work and how the substitute for them impact the game? Before the game, player pa na Ghana you didn't know who was Amrabat beboa. I know I'm go baby cry. On crank on soon when they go home and they want to play. The old man on soon.
Let me tell Chancellor is an omote. Omo ba we game. Players now ebi awo habo bo mu di ni ade no. Omo nya de o. Omo soon. E to omo ba ba we.
Yes, omo di.
Anti e be o. Tare nko fo omo nya de.
When you go there they give you their young guys. Now Rich.
Omo mu ba nsin na yo. Omo kutabo adu say yes.
Look at the pace. Look at
1 2 3.
The brofie friend intrinsic passes no. And look at the quality of Omu play
and how straight
to open you up. Omu nimse ball yeah they call right. Uba right na need them obu fifi ho. And go for to rane deep defenders no help through pass. Baba ku shot no on the right. Omo maka no ensuo mu ko na ono na eti ne ho for space. Eti biamu de mu ko na say me be through pass na ma bobo na to ama na obobo na se. Look at how simple and easy almost share the 3 goals now can in the second half. So easy to open Kotoko up. And throughout the second half, Rich, Kotoko, it is as if someone border. I hope prepare, pinching, no quality on the ball, no quality off the ball, almost all over the place, no structure, bibia jagu, no confidence. And he said, Medasote se obika say, oh yeah, new mono difference ni ekituabia. Na me say, then probably you are not saying this out of the details of the game, but over details now, Rich. And Kotoko broke down and work actually say they are elite on the African continent in a Rich.
Ravi, Brian, now, I mean, at the point, maybe I'm saying, I'm going for the far gone.
Of course.
Not for no more
They are far gone. They are far gone because they do things right and they do the small things
and
right.
It's like, as a teams, no could make up the numbers.
Because Rich, when I was watching the game from pre-match, immediately I saw the first picture. I knew it was gone. And you see, North Africa for by your side, they don't play well. They play their best football. They just do something small. They slow down the game.
Okay. Now it's not because,
yes, it's not because mobile. They intentionally pick a part, and it happens a lot of the places where opponents back away from home. No, I don't know what to slow down the game. It is how far near that no be any. It's to slow down the game. Because when you see a pitch, one, climate, your temperature, and we are not too much, they will not be able to probably deal with pulse level in this room, melanin. All of these things are part of small details, but it's very important. And I agree that these small details add together to make the gap big. But what I'm saying is that a smart side details that makes them better than us, not the football on the field of play. Rich, when you go anywhere, me say Kotoko assistant coach, there's a video and all Koko sprinkle near Megu Park. So you lose the game from there. You can't play them. So whole idea to go and play the games to go and sprinkle things on the field of play, yeah, then you have lost it. While I'm not for plane, and I'm for flight, and I'm for train. What happened? The idea be only has see I come baba well
if you know it you do now
you spoil the soil who say park no I don't know if Pauli saw this the other like about say in suo egu park so Rich, there is a picture of Aziza Daria in pre-match or turn so diving in suo it was game plan to speed up the game it's me share ball again, so pass Aziza Daria boy Kotoko play next match. For me, yes, the press is good. It's the press that made them win the ball. It's the press that made them win the ball. But Rich, see your bobo else park be so amount. Not pass what through. Not body faster. Oh, you're in trouble. For me, this is where the difference comes from. Yeah, where a video, but make a picture of me. They are sending power WhatsApp.
Okay.
Adari tone no tone she a chia. Or talk from the so I told myself, Kofona wet pitch, and it happens.
Almost anonymity.
Because apart, even in Europe, they do it rich. Over the ball opponent team, Man City, when they won the last league, their pitch man mentioned said, no, I'm gonna cut it grass to a certain level. And most of the times in Europe, most of the players take it a boot in Kwambe 4. Or their stats, ewa. Starts in medium. Into pre-match no anti park so say okay, make here boot way. But if you are that preparation is not done. Ubut the one that you are taking there no extra longer starts. So they be an nani be see assassin so.
Where now can.
This is the image. Check and I say on.
This
will tap park so. And you chairman a from. It would national. Who top from. And for me, these are the things because I believe say you see a team say hey and we are not focusing on the small things. And that's why we are not catching up. I think we need to start focusing on Newman getting to get there. In some of these things, that is how we will get there, in my opinion. Because so
Kofi, are you saying say Kotoko players and our team need to kind of Morocco don't mean say Moroccans and Sani Momia. They are probably a man for boot to cry are suitable for the pitch. I bet me diabo.
You know
me cram it here, Kofi. adwuma ye sha sese ye no I mean obia on Kotoko tu kan North Africa bia ni sese anomte
na make us say
omo make sure say park no mo di so
fine
it will kwa so wo tima wakwa wo experience you need to prepare yourself.
Yes, great, but you will not know the you make track grass no you should know the go as a grass therefore you won't get that effect. Baba I say ask all of the Ghana players that play Utia Park no so boot into Nhyira Osha Ghana Premier House of football ball Accra play you see it for whatever reason Nintio mu track grass is and up to them, but we track grass for more and water park. I'm saying that these are small things. I won't be shocked that Kotoko did not know this. I will not be shocked.
Maybe they can be.
Oh, I will not be shocked that Kotoko will not know
because
this.
Ayala, I mean, because Ayala, some are making. Obia will follow on the Kotoko to campaign.
You see, the American, you are saying a different thing.
Say
Kotoko may not know because they don't have experience. No, they know the experience, but you are focusing so much on something else. If you focus on a small detail, and that's where the difference comes from. Why do you know say okay Kwakobo say okay match when Aziz key no jibo no say so you fail to look at the small details. Okay. For me that is very important. Sherich Kotoko in the first 30 seconds to 1 minute. I knew say coach Karim Juto will know say they will put pressure on them for them to score. Who will not know? Even the rookiest of young men having offshore ball can be who's hadian. It made me who say first 30 seconds I said Kotoko one no. I knew that was going to come. My worry is that when you go through the psychological process of it, say what's your first goal? You go back, someone do Ghana, you're quiet. For me, it's about patience. You don't need to play out from the back. That mistake from Madarimo. You don't play out from the back from there, especially in instances like that. When you've seen that, Rich, exactly what I'm, and I say exactly what I'm saying now. Rich, the exposure of some players now, maybe our management members could have had that. But our players do not have that exposure. You know the exposure of playing on this pitch. Which of the Kotoko players had this? And just when we could have had a team that have done that, your ball match, you know. You see a ton Kotoko's number 9. On my back to Ghana. For me, these are the minutest of details. It doesn't mean they're not Africa phone anymore, but they are a very good team. But I'm saying that they focus on the small things that make the big difference. And they're the mighty difference, no?
Okay.
Because it's like the cornerstone of every building. If someone check cornerstone, then in Yabba yesterday, I had analysis. We all said, Yambo, center backs correct, some ball. When we get a ball, the goal goes to the byline, center backs are Kim. For me, never think it's no. And I agree that I can bomb here. But we need to start focusing on the smaller things. For me, that's my own.
I'm not changing it. At the point, I was training. So what was that video now? Because it looks so easy. Look, as I'm training, like, or Jabona, or Obama, we turning and on to the Amami. And I'm not going to say, it was too easy watching. Say, why almost year film 1 2 pass, money a film, 1 2 year film here, or maybe you're not going to go against 2. No, cross the ball, not a baton. I go with Barney. It's how many years? Because I would say, Emfa, not going to say that I've been how many years? Say, and Sunny beat me draw. You know, for and you how many years? 20 years, 100. Hey, and it's a movie. Junior Grass movie. I mean, sure. I project pa. Baby, no for your dream. And any game. And then a dear bedia better one common. Okay. Yes, now a way a new muntamano. It depends on what we do. What is the plan? How do we bridge the gap? Omubuefu say Kotoko aton abetamu ani nyina. From supporters to media. We are saying it as if we are not part of the problem. But Rich, we are a huge part of the entire Kotoko aton abetamu. Every stakeholder be around Ghana football. And that the solution no say
obiao enyi from kakase problem ni obi
any can be
rich.
Okay, so at this point yentie communication director Adama Kumasa Sonoko, why they took that decision? So on beton abrante na manako Libya no akusia kan and so edi ama aye omo yentie sabuduku encheshe wono.
Let me put on record that before we left for the second leg, no agreement had been reached with the Libyan club. In fact, the agreement was reached after the match. Yes, because we had wanted to extend the conversation. Unfortunately, the Libyan Federation had to close their registration yesterday. So obviously, we also had to consider the interest of the club, the player, as against that of the club. And the conversation started way back. And there were a couple of clubs as well. But when we realized that the Libyans also had to register the boy because of the deadline, which was yesterday, we had no other options than to reach a deal which will be mutually beneficial to all the parties. Because don't forget that Kotoko also needs money to run the club. I think that this discussion can take us the whole day. There's a school of thought which believes that it's not the best to transfer the player at this stage. But if you are into football in Ghana at this stage, I'm sure that you agree with us.
Okay, enti lawyer Safuduku Okasama Kumasa Sonokana no pro ni enuanam Lab FM Dela so Edin Komono se Dela ye ne obia ya dwen time in there to branch is so wrong. Also jitu. But as ni I say Libya na branch ne ko so ma di commander da. But Libya no e also mu register branch ne no so mu close o ma de no. Entina Kotoko ni option bia so mu help an interest. Because no so ko. Enti se e close e transfer de no a. Na yensu sika ye pepia no so episode no so ja. Okono so nya bibi kakra de hye no de a. Na wo say ye mienu nyina no. Coming to a conclusion say okay any abrante no ye man nko because ya man nko at this point it means that sikano ye be lose say so no or can ya tro bia say Kotoko no omu hie ska enti sikano so aba no ana na uzi obubo game have supporters iboma get omu hie ska.
I think so. How much an average ticket, the least ticket costs there? Isn't there 25 euros?
And let me tell you, I say Kotoko go home against Waki. Kotoko spending home row almost spending 250,000 Ghana cedis. Away game almost spending $130,000. That's the guy we win. I'm going to way. Hey, when man I go to Canibia. And the Abraham there yes, almost two. So time when I'm there turn on wrong. But the end is nobody in commander that. Just that now say no mutimi we because Sabranten command to me and no na now go no Libya no ntimi nko ala baby ababeduni
maminchia Big Ben we say no frey okay no kase
amoni okay
no kase house ya koho
yeah
no tension into to Kotoko for say for boots house start yeah Big Ben the kind
no Kofi me say
but
so uko North Africa Sanya man no
rich but you see that's the thing. How many of your callers say that? It will be a very particular sign I'll be one. And yes, you know, it's a unim. But one thing your management team can actually pass. And here the argument,
that's it.
Rich. Kotoko beton abetamo one ton abetamo. Are you surprised?
No, me I'm surprised.
We knew you go.
Yeah. Somebody no have a call.
That is it. That is the reality. And the quality of your discussion on a normal bit say it's not the emotional rant of adain. That be the quality of your discussion on topic BCC on platforms in the media should be how do we deal with it?
Solutions.
Because the L2NCCA, they are all reality check. Rich, I am someone you name that I say, Bessie. You name say work. I am better than Kotoko. Say, and no more cosa, they are no more. work ebe yi Kotoko yenim so mu yi Kotoko wi a ye bo season we are some Kotoko quality players will leave the club enti enoma na hesi no enya dia yenim and we know by virtue say that is the reality of your football this year enti mum ye pija nkomonim na enya the emotional rant of you knowing something and it is happening. How emotional will you get again? How? And I don't get emotional about these things.
And I know the way for anything. Anything.
We must have a plan that involves all the stakeholders. Number one, Rich Enra. Na o shebo no Mohammed the Fifth Stadium no. Sana camera no Kotoko crowd ni mu a.
Efe kra keke.
Were you not sad? Say Inti eye no krese Morocco for ompe ball Ghana. Rich. We are sure pa say the passion and go for show ye. Ompe ball pa ya passionate edi football e chichi Ghana for. Me ni sa. But Rich Adentina and Mohammed the Fifth Stadium around 45,000 and it was almost 30,000 people and no more. Adentina work 30,000 people. Eko show mu ball. Enya kunya ball no omu favorite grounds. She said BBA work campaign hu bian seems to be perfect. Omu bobo no baby omu pe no. Omu supporters ni ba be hwe. Omu bo omu ye de ta team na chi. Omu quality players. Omu osika. Omu de be ye omu bo no. Adentina obi die on. BBA for the football no hu bian no. Rich asise come on. Na odi be tutu ye de no ho a. Ye charge adwo se ya ka chiri. Rich, it starts with us. Number one, how many years? Any idea to the typical passionate football fan? It say, yeah, football na good. A time. And yet,
na ayala no any
no.
Okay.
Rich, WAC of Morocco.
Yeah.
They played in the FIFA Club World Cup. You think WAC within supporters in Emuno? You think their place is Confederations Cup?
No.
They should be competing in the Champions League. Obviously, they Hakim Ziyech. You see, after buying Hakim Ziyech, they want to buy Buffal. Rich, obviously, they want to Confederations Cup. They know their place should be in the Champions League. But have you seen a change in the attitude of the supporters because of Confederations Cup? Their love for the club, the tradition and the culture of some of your work, you know, and you're constant. Yeah, you know. And some job for your buama. And then the typical passionate football fan. And your excuse not to like the game again. Rich, Tanzania, South Africa, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria. Oko Omdurman. Rich. It does, and there's so many problems. Oh, they do have problems, but they look beyond those problems, and they are careful about the product football. Omun by I obi product o Ghana Premier League obi products. I will register as a company. Or ton products in a man conform beto. Some need to meet stand radio so can say league tantain league phone obi products and all this cabin is ano. Obi am for being cockot. Opa try we. And the attempt to be deal no. But we forget is obi product. Now him. The I am say since some Johnny ni kaka some for products no one. Obi phone lines are on. Na team supporters no more be channel to so. I no cry. Omu we are after having that kind of discussion. omuya na say afei ye do stage bi say a omo say ye bo no enkofo me he na de na wo say enye no obeda akwakohwe enti Rich it start from a reorientation of in some for any supporters nyina say you can blame Kotoko say adentin waton abetamu na sikana Kotoko dey run club no where do you want them to go and get it from and unim there any ka wa say mu Rich supporters no mo kase o mo ntia say dey Kotoko aton abetamu no especially on social media. 80% you don't even remember the last time they went to the stadium. And the Enra say if on the average work edgy 25 euros times 30,000 supporters are Rich, don't you expect them to keep any player? So we'll be at 25 euros. Now any 30,000 and every 2 weeks be about 25 euros to the club. You don't expect them to keep their good players and even bring more. But see across the Hana. Typical supporter the yin one. Say ya born I say. Ye league in ye. Ye players in your papa. And you on stadium. Born crano. Say ye discuss already son of Bekebi. Ye we are in one. So how do we expect our clubs to survive? Rich, you better than survive. I brought that announcement. Most of the supporters now, you costed you. I'm better more. Instead of Mumada, I'm not tossing back. I bet I'm one on I say, we shall go to the man on Untinia Stadium. What's my ton? I know there's a pulling no time. Kotoko talk about that one. I'm coming to the time if you Nene turning 10 years a plan in 1 minute. For you know, so who tear the lawyer can also make him come and see you. And I make an answer that Ama. Bueno, for you know, Grano, catch on the massa. You see, Rich the fee. If you were part of the Kotoko communications team fee, will you want such a sensitive information?
Not before the game.
To come to the supporters through leaks. Yeah. And answer wow become because Rich Sankebe Sinde Seka Kotoko official and communicate here. By this time, yes, I'm joyful. We would have gotten the news and broke it.
Because I'll leave for Nuka breaking.
Almost want to play. So they announce it. And won't you say it? Yeah. It is better you say it. No, I'm talking about it.
A brand said you know so oh. Only could go play the Mimi no with didn't come up.
But so you know, in this case, Ayla, see, Ayla, say, Ebeduni say, it's about then a Kotoko because the Kotoko fund pay Kotoko interest. And that is why I'm disappointed in Safuduko. I don't know what the communication plan is. Say Kotoko is not putting out the amount of money they got from him.
Also, undisclosed.
In this case, no. So when you let the supporters know that you're Nyeska, you're the Berane club. No. Not when you're hiding the money. So supporters feel like, okay, what was your best player?
Yes, what did you say?
Yes, what did you say? See, Yajiska, you're the Berane League, they don't know, okay, Yajiska. Yeah, fanya bibi, they will know that okay, we'll move on because you need to see a new. But since he can't say a G and also for whatever reason, again, I don't know what the communication strategy of the club is. Maybe Safuduko at the time is not privy to the exact amount of money.
Sure.
But if you know and you explain, I think that it helps. So send a club because at the end of the day, support an idea up the interest of the club. You're turning here saying because you say players, you know, how long we got to keep them? You have a kind of my idea say if you keep it for 1 full season. Together, if you're able to keep a core of this, there's no problem. But Sikani and Bejiano, you're betting you got another quality of Shimana, or we waste it on other young players that probably cannot also play at the Kotoko level. That is where the problem is.
You see, Rich, look, let clubs, me account, me say, Rich, me club, I am consistent, away ye. Na or say or chain Effie and son Woye. Kotoko has should tell us their plan amidst this Ghana football brouhaha na woman. No among Thomas supporters through the media. Na yan strategy ni bi ni radio. Rich, I say, oh, the isolations are too many. And to Obiaba, there's a big vacuum. No Obia Yanni Debi. Oyana Obra. No, look, when are we having a plan that involves everyone? I see, and I'm on way here too. Look, Kotoko management Sibai. And you know, Krasa Kotoko Niska. Kotoko ain't even compete to Africa this year. But Rich, I am telling you, with a solid plan, give Kotoko 5 years. They will get there. But 5 years now, how are you involving the media? And how are you involving the supporters in getting you to understand the plan? And yes, Rich, or the bare 40% of Kakana and Suko. And see, how we PM now, so I make up 20 out of the 14 hour lose. Na kwa na oh yes some so ya tono we are too scattered.
My supporters no na I'm so much on my dream, but before no Donkor Bismarck, I say you tell us football is for football people and you want us to come to the stadium. All right. Kwabena Parker 75347. I say we are not done so. You are using Abet Amwa sale to cover the 5-1 defeat. You've seen all your propaganda. All right. League match is a basso. Mbobo so now for me lines, you know.
First message you say, I say football.
I say more sorry.
Why more
football? No, nyamo a football people.
Football people here.
Nya fene.
Na the Kotoko what is an apple granny? I say Safudu could say.
I say football no for football people the any. Football people na mama kotina.
So can any
so ayala
all
the problem of the country.
What does it mean?
Yeah, me say any ball game we. You listen to a lot of people and they are saying, see a kind cat in the F and yet and one
why
a cat was a work or my problem. And your club, your bayano.
You see, we're quite a member turning into a cat problem. I'm saying that. Kotoko Abobon will lose. Nasi, say,
uncosted you.
Say, football. The culture around your football is dead. And may not the right investment and supporters now. Now, you say football people. I don't understand that.
I say football people, Mamma ball.
Nana Prince Canada say Kotoko and Diana say. When did he say that?
Ghana Premier League, Renwa Bobby Lions. If you almost share Basaka, only starts a coming in. Omo Entimiante, Diana Bebo Dreams, China, House of Folk, and the Ghost House. Meaning some Monday by a bidi home come up. Carolina Bechem United, Mediama All Blacks. Nation Service Betenefi at 11 wonders. Samatex and Ho United and a young apostles and a Chelsea Broken Chelsea and a Bobo and no a Ghana Premier League day 7. At this point, I mean be alliance no na Mosumra amateur Madrid. I want some out do a so I would do a so 3220 83581 83582 83583. Mumra na monso momeche madwen. Hello, first caller. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jamaica say make us come master minister. I the first part me for trade minister. Ni na iskase. Skeni ho. Ababon ma ese. Tu for help. Na so Kotoko wini. Na wo bitie. Now, Colani told me for no one is there for my mind. Yes, I want you to know. It's really nice. By a bomb and send your mom. Now,
hello, boss.
Hello. Hello, Thierry.
Hello, I told you so. Unze say Sikasemuntina Yentimin costed you. Enemy so say obetia so say Sikasemunti e o say Kotoko so ton abet amwa no so nyes kakaka na o de sho ekuo na akati no
stop ni Sikasemunti say you what a sport at Nico Stadium that Kotoko see star and that happen amun form
but who is scout the bacono? I'm a club no soon yes can play be announce what on. You soon yes can on so their own aha. Sana de to be a pesca.
Evanes Kola, hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Problem I want to say, the my supporters don't consider me say. Players no say they are. Or maybe supporters are coming back. Boy, that's all boys so cry. No ma, and see, I don't know if I'm going to make supporters no say. Say, boy no high, no move ball or high, you know, players match. I don't think I'm going to do this, so. Man, you lose it, so we just consider the rest about the team. The young is a place in Libya or Mabon baby. And the team now comes from class, so you support your Kotoko. So they are Kotoko fan in Pima Pastor.
Fantastic. This is how you are supposed to speak as a football person.
Hello, Richardo.
Patoni. But also, and if you somewhat down.
I got to go that time at Yasai. I got to go that. We see you watch that say. That moon.
I feel about 11.
I got to go that book. As I'm on you. I'm going to go money over hype. You go money over hype. Rejado. Si bela ko to ko sero na ore ko Africa. En ko ebi no mi si o mo no kai.
Golden cakes for no.
Golden cakes. Se na golden cakes se de keke and keke, kwala keke and keke. Ana wa keke ma wa ko fu bo ye ni aji sei. Ha? Yan ka do ko se da friend se da fa bro. Ko to ko ti bu enye. Na me kwa de mani ja je kwa so mata ton so mo play na beta mo a. Ye se ni wo be chia clasico no. Many are papa. Let me do this. What say the team? Baby, go start na nenye. Ala go vote for Ghana flag ma omo. Say my baby go start frank yen. Ye ka se mi tire mu komu ha. Mo san tro for no supporters bibi. And what team way? Overhype. On one no be no kwa what na we da nenye. And so kwa show. Ye house na ye chan one ne komu ano. Ye team go sha aye ne ko ji state no. Yakwajisi. Ana monzo zo mose ya shamo ba ko go mo adia. E de mo ko mo bu se. Na Kotoko timu go ya de bia pato. Me ba na kwa me ko ni bobo che place ni bi wi. O me to go ida.
Esa wa.
Debi cha do ma se na bo ma mi nko. Ma mi wuru o mo. Ma mi wuru o mo na ko bo me na ko bu nya me a. Anka ba tu mi shop wo. We me yale pa so me se me de frɛ. Enti wo de ni nyina mo ma me check to for president. Na house of folk no se ba o ba.
Your friend is called.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I get me a picture. Fashion is the same as you. You are just a person of a woman. Almost behind two fight. 18 plus one man who found a year. That's all my idea. Engagement. Minimum ya me pay a nation away. Oh, time, almost 4 years, 5 years. Oh, me to come out. Engagement.
There be another engagement. Service be player no
contract.
When you unton as men can say slavery. Contract na na
say opeso
so opeso kwa e usika no de ba ma na so de boat so no
e we say o mpre no ka o san kra e bia o man kwa o san
o sign the sign dia on the sign bibi but say bia for example on the sign 4 years na bi o abo 1 year bi no obi aba so na ni gine ho a say usika na o na bibi ka na dia ko anim ai
Africa ka for dey wa chiri
ho dey
ya o dey ni a ho Ghana e ma bo bo bi e tse e be tse pa
that's it enko to our next caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Medina Mohammed, I prefer something for ya. Me, Kotoko born in me, I mean, you say Kotoko, I'm not going to better place, Papa, I'm watching now, I'm na I'm telling for me, the son of master. say Makoji 5 points per day. Madam say you get my Kotoko 5 points the doors to. How many come?
That's it. For 2 callers now, Fee. I've been one news no Emma so hello.
Richard.
Yes, sir.
Asunjen Kamo
and council.
I am adding in a joy. I am Mako and do. Ebony Abapana.
How my?
I love me a Senka Kamemania. Ebon said, Bom to a yes answer. Senka Kotoko and Kamara Buana Kinsuka Maya for a honor. So, Mama Ebony, but you'll be a man did them. Yeah, can you? But Kotoko for no Muya, the Moma Basso. Muting the Tenia goes in and also. This is because not the name should name 9 or 10. Because of your prayers, they want to me a pa. I have someone come with young, yes. Which I didn't come on edge my farm.
That's it. Last caller now, Fee. Yeah, birthdays, I would be a war. Yes, sir, mad. I've been news and Tosso and for Emma. Hello, last caller. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my life. Obin pa obipe. Afana ti say.
Kami ado me hoye.
Wa uni ala. Obin pa obipe. Afama se me. As a man for complete too much. I'm for complete. Nya share 5 months. Maybe 3. Go back 20 years in. Then the could be year. Back 20 years. So we can't Bumakupa. What system said you were okay. Even blasters who you more than 2 years, you're not okay that. And when you have to see offer just financial so great 2 years in you. Something back was on the same thing, you were okay. The Bianco, Hasi, Kotoko, that is soon, the Bianco, the veteran said. Yenga and Royal will be my Bacos, like 20 years in 2 quadra, 2 quadra. Put the capital town Accra, 2 quadra. Now, 2 days to Kuntosa, and the Kuntosa, a large background now, who better kiki. What did you? A large background was
That's it. Yeah, sorry, now, in Zabiwa, news to know at Tracy. Kuni na wa mode eba beko tilo ye birthday ni wi na afi Chama Louis no memo so na afi yen sorry.
Okay, Richardo ene Presla abna sewa e birthday. Presla abna sewa ene ne birthday o adwuma ewo Breman SD Hospital. Sanso na Dr. Amuzu clinic ko no so obo part time wo nti Dr. Amuzu enim ne pa nti ene Presla e birthday. Presla ko pon show non koswa na onyo kese do sabe so bia ewade emanenye kama pantum fama menka se menyo panyini don Fabio dana dan pretum esme fe share from so na me ma awodaba happy birthday to you Priscilla Abna Sewa.
Okay, yeah, any sorry me who say news team no abegina mechia aben ha omode nsam no dina ade ebe boss technique ni team omo eba na mamenko aye UK na MPP Manchester chairman awo chairman Louis Mensa chairman aseda form na nyame adoma on the 1st of November, that is another ochi and chairman enso ba Ghana na afi na sinimpo da form openi Joseph Buadi onya 98 years no wow chairman so aba na otimi aba ba ye na se enso a birthday otias na nipa dodo na afre no ena na Kofi ona na GPRT chairman Kumasi Gos ni brekum papa yi ena na aye chairman another GPRT ekuno enso ano se say the chairman eda form enti aye na se bema ono so awo Manchester wa MPP chairman awo ho aye Louis Mensa nyame adoma ose otonisa ade flow bia aye de ba aye nkogya de ade ato ne no nyon nkasa na ayi ntie di na no nyame adoma on the first ye na ye ko aye Roman Catholic School Park na yakoja aye chairman oshim na yakoye openi Joseph Buadi awunya 98 years no enso aye di chairman yako enim se obanso aye na ne ba bejaw na bibia no aye kama pa ade amaw na
Manchester de Manchester no ma Jeffrey capable ɔno so MVP ni kɛseɛ paa wɔ Manchester hɔ
okay
nti ma mention ɔno so
okay
Jeffrey capable no ti chairman de bɛkɔ koja no chairman Louis
nase no nti atiefo edemasia na ayi abose go right na Montague